They weren't just good, they were too good. In the late 1990s, the NFL saw a team rise from mediocrity to dominance and then vanish just as quickly. But it wasn't because they lost. It was because the NFL didn't want them around anymore. This is the story of the team that became a threat to the league itself, and how power, politics, and paranoia tore it all down. It starts in 1995. The Cleveland Browns were a struggling franchise, but behind closed doors, a deal was being made that would shake the league. Owner Art Modell was losing money in Cleveland. He wanted a fresh start, so he struck a secret agreement with the city of Baltimore, one that would bring back NFL football to a city that had had a team since the Colts left in 1984. But here's the twist. The Browns weren't relocating in the traditional sense. The NFL made a bizarre ruling. The team would move to Baltimore, but the name, colors, and history would stay in Cleveland. That meant the newly formed Baltimore Ravens were technically a brand new franchise, but in reality, they inherited the Browns' players, staff, and infrastructure, and almost instantly, they began building one of the most terrifying defenses in NFL history. By 2000, just 5 years into existence, the Ravens were unstoppable. Led by Ray Lewis, Rod Woodson, and Tony Siragusa, they broke records for fewest points allowed. Their defense was so dominant, they could win games with almost no offensive production. That 2000 Ravens team became Super Bowl champions. But their rise wasn't just athletic, it was cultural. Baltimore embraced them with a level of intensity the league didn't expect. A blue-collar city, a chip on its shoulder, and a team that represented raw, unapologetic violence on the field. The NFL had a problem, because while the Ravens were popular, they were also unpredictable. Ray Lewis became embroiled in a murder trial just months before their Super Bowl win. Although charges were dropped, the media firestorm never stopped. Sponsors got nervous. Executives started whispering, "Is this the image we want?" The league had worked for decades to polish its image. They wanted family-friendly teams, superstar quarterbacks, corporate appeal. The Ravens, they were the opposite. Brutal, chaotic, and proudly anti-hero. Even after their Super Bowl win, they didn't become a league darling. They weren't trotted out for primetime commercials. They were feared, and in many ways, quietly punished. Over the next few years, the Ravens remained competitive, but league scheduling, rule changes, and media narratives subtly shifted. The NFL wanted offense. They wanted Brady versus Manning, not 9-6 slugfests. They began tweaking rules to favor quarterbacks. Defensive dominance was slowly being phased out. The Ravens weren't banned on paper, but their style was, and the blueprint they'd created, elite, physical, defensive-first teams, was quietly pushed out of the spotlight. Today, the Ravens still exist, but the version of the team that once shocked the NFL is gone. Ray Lewis retired. The league is transformed, and those brutal defenses of the early 2000s, they're history. But make no mistake, for a brief moment, the Ravens were more than just a team. They were a threat to the NFL's entire identity. And when that happens, the league finds a way to make you disappear.